Even with a 38-year career full of critical darlings and even an Oscar win, there's always that one that got away. For Jennifer Connelly, that was probably Pretty Woman.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
Connelly was a teenage model with only a couple of credits when Sergio Leone cast her in a small but memorable role as a dancer in his 1984 drama Once Upon a Time in America. She lost out on the lead role in Firestarter to Drew Barrymore, but then won a nationwide search for the female lead in 1986's Labyrinth, directed and co-written by Jim Henson and executive produced by George Lucas. It was this audition that beat out others, including Sarah Jessica Parker, Laura Dern, Marissa Tomei, and Helena Bonham Carter.
You have no power over me.
Soon after, Connelly passed on two of Winona Ryder's most memorable roles, Lydia in Tim Burton's quirky comedy Beetlejuice, which Sarah Jessica Parker and many others were in the running for, and Veronica in Heathers, for which Connelly was writer Daniel Waters' first choice.
All we want is to be treated like human beings, not to be experimented on like guinea pigs or patronized like bunny rabbits.
I don't patronize bunny rabbits.
Connelly nearly landed the role of Diane Court in 1989's Say Anything, but just lost out to Ione Skye.
Everything else means nothing to me.
She then found herself in the running for Pretty Woman after Molly Ringwald, Meg Ryan, and others turned it down. There are conflicting reports on whether Connelly passed or director Gary Marshall passed on her, but in either scenario, her only being 19 is cited as the reason she was not cast, with then 21-year-old Julia Roberts eventually nabbing the role. Instead, Connelly beat out Kelly Preston, Diane Lane, and others for Jenny Blake in 1991's The Rocketeer.
I want you to stop treating me like a stranger.
A year later, Connelly was among more than a dozen actors considered for Catherine Trammell in Basic Instinct, including Julia Roberts, but lost out to Sharon Stone. She was similarly amongst wide competition for both Rose in 1997's Titanic and Penny Lane in 2000's Almost Famous, but lost out to Kate Winslet and Kate Hudson, respectively. Connelly did land a bounce-back role in Darren Aronofsky's 2000 acclaimed drama Requiem for a Dream after Neve Campbell turned it down, reportedly over the required nudity.
Getting the money is not the problem, Harry.
For 2001's A Beautiful Mind, Connelly again found herself competing against dozens of actors for a highly coveted role, Alicia Nash, wife of famed mathematician John Nash. Among those who lobbied or were considered for the role were Rachel Weisz, Charlize Theron, Selma Hayek, Hilary Swank, Brittany Murphy, and Mary McCormick. But this time, Connelly won out and eventually won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her work.
You're still here.
I'm still here.
A year later, Connelly was the first choice for The Ring, but wanted changes in the script. Instead, producers offered the role to Gwyneth Paltrow, who passed, clearing the way for Naomi Watts. Connelly was also considered alongside Kate Winslet for 2005's House of Wax, but lost out to Paris Hilton. And she was also considered for Ava Green's role in 2006's Casino Royale.
I'm the money.
Connelly now stars in TNT's Snowpiercer series and will co-star in the highly anticipated Top Gun Maverick.
For your personal safety, be prepared to brace.